Hello and welcome to another update video about DOT. Yeah, on the Polkadot chart, we continue to be in this support area down here, the target area we talked about, or we've been talking about for months really. And yeah, we've arrived there. There is currently no indication a low is in place, but I can tell you that my take is we are very close to a low. I mean, really, there are various indicators suggesting it. Also, the wave count is pretty full, okay? We've reached our Fibonacci extension areas. We're also approaching critical structural support that you can see here. Yeah, there is some structural support, basically where we're sitting now. And honestly, I mean, ideally, we're turning around here, okay? There is nobody who's gonna ring the bell exactly at the low to say the low is in. That's not how it works, unfortunately, I'm afraid. So, however, we can identify the relevant structures. And for me, I mean, we are talking about this ending diagonal here at the moment, right? So we are basically in this ending diagonal, which started, I think, well, in February, March. We've been coming down. This is currently the fifth wave. The target area has been well known for, well, way more than a month. Way more than a month. And we've come into it, and yeah, I think we want to look at this last wave down now. The last wave down, key support at the moment is $3.65, and below that we've got $3.46. At the moment, support is being respected, but the market isn't really showing anything bullish. I mean, Bitcoin is probably one of the most bullish coins at the moment anyway. It has been for a while. Bitcoin dominance is up. The altcoins are just suffering. Now, on the Bitcoin dominance chart, we see that Bitcoin is in an uptrend, right? It's holding a trend line at the moment, just sort of as a side note. So most altcoins are still in sell-off mode because Bitcoin is outperforming the altcoins. Most of them, at least. Quite a general statement. DOT is one of them. Now, I'm not telling you we necessarily go into a bull run from here without having any evidence, but I'm pointing out that we are fairly close to the low. I would like to make a tiny change here to this last wave to the downside. And obviously we count that as a Z wave at the moment, yeah, a Z wave. And this is the Z wave of the wave 5, which is an ending diagonal, and or the wave 5 within the ending diagonal. And I think I need to make a change here to make sense of it, because then this count kind of makes sense, even though I don't fully agree how it is structured here. It's a very complex correction, but the valid count that I can make out is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and we really could be like in this last wave 5 to the downside. It is very much a micro count. Do not put too much emphasis in it, and do not put too much. I don't think this is too predictive, but this is probably the best count we have, the best micro count we get here for DOT. It is pretty messy at the moment across the sector. Okay, they definitely need to fix themselves, these coins, in order to get back into a more stable uptrend. Okay, but you know, they have been coming down for a while now, and let's zoom in a bit. And I mean, you can see this here, this X wave. Okay, then we've come down A, B, and a very long C wave. It could also be something different, but it would be a very similar count. We basically don't need to come down any lower. I mean, all waves are in place. So this is the area where I'm watching for a reversal, but at the same time, until I see a first reversal pattern, which is basically the signal we need, I can't confirm anything that the low is in, okay? All I can do is to point out that here in this region, there's at least a good chance that the turning point or the turnaround is going to happen. But as always, with all of these altcoins, without price action confirming it, we can't confirm anything. We need a first signal. At the moment, we have indicators, yeah, like basically a full wave count to the downside. Also, we have bullish divergences on the 1 hour chart, bullish divergences on the 4 hour chart, yeah, on the RSI. I explained to you in the last video, and I think I need to go to the daily chart. Yeah. Explained to you in the last video, one of the last videos, that a break above this green trend line on the daily RSI would likely be a good signal, if it's confirmed by price as well, that it's bullish here. There is also a bullish divergence on the daily RSI, which has been building since August, which is pretty good. And however, we need confirmation. We need it to break above the trend line essentially for further confirmation. And MACD is also building bullish divergences here. Okay, and this has started to build in June already. So, you know, things are coming together, but without price action confirming it, no indicator is going to tell us that a low is in, right? We need that confirmation. So yeah, that's basically where we are. I mean, the situation hasn't changed, but we're highly sensitive at the moment because also Bitcoin is more bullish than it ideally should be in its current situation, at least looking at the lower time frames. So we might, you know, I'm going to talk about that in the next Bitcoin video. Most altcoins are where they need to be to turn around. It's just that there is a lack of price action confirming that. So we don't have any impulses. There are really only a handful of coins that currently show potential impulses to the upside. So yeah, but the vast majority of coins isn't, not yet. So yeah, we're watching obviously the individual charts, watching Bitcoin dominance, watching the Bitcoin chart. As soon as things change, we will let you know. But you know, we've probably been closer to a low than we have been for the last few months, really. You know, there hasn't been any interesting development here. This was the last time in January, February, where it was really interesting, but it failed to materialize. So yeah, this is now very close to the low, I think. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I mean, again, focusing still on the downside as long as the trend is down, though. Very important. Still a very much a catching the falling knife situation. Okay, that's my update about DOT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.